Hi there, and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial where I'm going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to be looking at exercise number 5 on lesson 1 that deals with exponents and scientific notation. This is found in chapter 5 of your workbook. And if you don't have a workbook, happy to have you here just watching the video tutorial. So in exercise number 5, we have simplified each of the following using one or more properties of exponents. We're going to be combining some properties here. So if we take a look at part A, for example, we have x to the fourth times x to the third, all raised to the power of 2. And what we're going to do when we see something like that is we're going to use our order of operations, which says to simplify whatever's inside the parentheses first. And in this case, that's the x to the fourth times x to the third. And that's our product property. And our product property says to keep our base and do what with the exponents? Good, add. We want to add those exponents. So we'll be left with x to the 4 plus 3, which is 7. We can't forget about that 2 on the outside. So now we're left with something that looks like the power of a power property. And what was the rule there? Yes, it was to multiply those two exponents. So we're going to keep our base of x and multiply 7 times 2, and that will simplify to x to the 14th power. So that is fully simplified right there. We can do no more with that one. Now over here, we're going to use our power of a power property and our power of a power property, and then we're going to multiply them together, because right now we want to distribute everything inside the parentheses and then multiply the two things together. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have x to the third to the fourth, which is x to the 3 times 4, or just 12, times x to the 2 to the fifth, and that's going to be x to the 2 times 5, which is x to the 10th. So that was using our power of a power property, where we multiplied our exponents. But now what we're left with is something that looks like our product property. And this says to keep our base and add our exponents. So we're going to be doing 12 plus 10 to get 22. So in part B, we have x to the 22nd power. Now in part C, again, we want to follow our order of operations, and it says to simplify our parentheses first. So we're going to have x to the third times x to the second times x to the 10th. And that's going to simplify to x to the 3 plus 2 plus 10, and that's 15 inside the parentheses, with the power of 4 outside those parentheses. Finally, we have power of a power property, and that's going to be x to the 15th to the 4th, which is x to the 15 times 4, which is x to the 60th power. Now don't get overwhelmed with part D. It's not as bad as it looks, because what this really says right here is let's simplify our numerator, let's simplify our denominator, then let's divide them both. So when we do this one, we're going to have x to the 7th to the 8th, which our power of a power property says to multiply 7 times 8 to get 56. And we're going to multiply 2 times 2 in the denominator to get x to the 4th. And when we use our quotient rule here, this is the first time in exercise number 5 that we're using our quotient rule, we're going to keep our base, and our quotient rule says to subtract the exponents. So 56 minus 4 is 52. So right here we simplified 4 semi-complex exponential expressions using one or more rules in each of these cases. And if this video was helpful in simplifying each of these using one or more properties of exponents, please give it a thumbs up. And you're now ready to move on to exercise number 5 in the link in this video. Thank you for watching.